o'clock, and it's the 7th of February, and we're just pulling out of Singapore. It's very, very hot. A lot of people are, oh, it's too hot. But we get a free drink of sangria. No, sangria. I've just had two. Make it to that little island over there. It's called Sentosa. Well, we should have pulled out a quarter an hour ago, but we're still here, so I suppose we're waiting for a pilot. It's not very many people come on deck. It's the worst I've ever seen, because I think it's just too hot. We're just 1 degree off the equator, which is, in ordinary terms, it's about 100 miles off. We should be crossing it shortly. Well, we're moving now, so we're okay. This is just one last look at the dockside here. It's a very big city. Lots of traffic jams. All these things, they've made this one part of the docks like this for these people, and the other half is all commercial. Sounds as though somebody shot somebody. You can see this used to be an ordinary commercial dock, but it looks as though they're going to do something about that as well. There's no crime in this place. We're now making our way to Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. apparently there's 2 lots of docks in Singapore. There's this lot and the other lot the other side, because it's the largest docks anywhere in the world.
Should they?
Because of the Bali bombing, but they said there were 2,000 just in Phuket alone that week.
Today we're approaching Borneo. Just heading in now to our berth. Don't quite know where it's going to be yet.
From Indonesia, but for today I'll be your tour guide, and I have my colleague here, Mr. Yusuf. Our trip to our first destination will roughly take about 40 minutes. We'll be going to the Brunei Museum, where basically it's another place where you
The main road into Brunei. We're just on a trip in here 2 days earlier than we should have been, so we're on a different trip than what we should have been.
Yes. Where did you say we're starting? By a taxi, water taxi, or you need to go by car is possible, but you have to still go through the border. Population of Brunei is roughly about 348,000, where roughly 200,000 is living. Private ones which are owned. You can, for example, if you're not able to get the government housing, they do provide private houses where you can buy, but the loan is lesser years. Usually the ones that buy, you're paying cash right away. These are slightly more expensive, sir. These are about 250,000. 3-story house. Yeah, 250,000. Yeah, 250,000. Is it roughly the same as if it was in England, or would it be slightly cheaper? Is it still? It's steeper here. Admission for 5 years, and then after that, because of maintenance reasons, they had to start to charge prices between, for adults, 15 Brunei dollars.
Look at them birds. Look at them birds.
We have a lot of storks also here. Play polo with His Majesty also. There are 4 main grandstands here. Before, this place was actually for members only, but eventually nowadays they have actually opened it for the public, and you can even hold a function or if you want. So as you can see, His Majesty really loves to play polo. He has 4 grandstands. This is the one that is for the public. It's a private hospital here. Royalties also go here also. Most of because here basically if you were to enter here, you have to, for the medicals here you have to pay, whereas the government hospitals it's free of charge. In front here we have the stables where the Sultan keeps all his horses. The stables. Now if you were to see this crystal here in front, this crystal here, this is actually a laser crystal. It costs 3 million Brunei dollars just for this crystal. What happens is it shoots out at night, laser lights everywhere. Where we had the concerts of Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Westlife, and the admission was free of charge last time when they held the concert. All, if you were, not adopted children, so all in all is roughly about 12, yeah, and adopted children uncomfortable. Yeah, there's a lot.
Where does he adopt them from? Why does he have a lot?
Because in the Muslim faith, you see, if we help people or help children, orphans, it's like it's a Vietnam after the war last time, right? There was a lot of orphans there, so what he did is he adopted. This has been going on for generations. What do they have to become? Muslims. That's one of the royalties houses.
You got a few girlfriends in there.
This is private housing in Brunei.
Now we're entering a district called Sengkurong. This is its own district itself, another district, but it's still in the Brunei Muara district. It's like a small town. These are just one of hundreds of mosques built in Brunei. So if you open workshops, a lot of people go there and fix their cars.
It's very quiet on the roads today because it's Chinese New Year, and so therefore all the shops are closed. And these lovely roads are all empty.
So as you can see along the roads, there's a lot of flags. It's a preparation for the Independence Day. Yes, for a liter.
are they privately owned or are they Shell owned petrol stations?
The petrol station will just simply go drive around, see what's happening see what's happening in the housing area. They will drive BMW, Rolls Royce, it will be just be by no, important. If they want to grow big,
That dome is pure gold. This is the Sultan's Palace, or the entrance to it. We're not allowed in today because it can only be entered twice a year, and when you have to greet the Sultan. They have a lot of guards. There's the inner guards, and then they have the outer guards. Must be very good at night because it all appears to be lit up. All these things light up by the look of it. All right. It all appears to be hanging lights.
All visiting. Yes, all visiting. But for those who have prayers, they already know what to wear, what attire to wear.
Is it standard in all mosques in Brunei?
There is some person there.
Is it standard in all mosques in Brunei?
Yes. Yes.
Same in Malaysia. I am going to wear a black robe, long black robe.
Like
We've come to this mosque. We've come to this mosque today. This is in Brunei, and all these domes are solid gold. They're very tall, some of them, minarets. Even the gates are gold.
here we have government buildings, and then we also have government flats. As you can see here, the apartments. These flats here are actually created for the teachers, so they don't have to go, because the schools are just basically right in front of their apartment.
But only if they want.
Basically, it's only there. School in Brunei is actually free. Basically, it's free education in Brunei, unless you want to attend private schools. Then
And it's compulsory.
yes, gang school. So they sell some local foods and some imported fruits. So now we're really in the heart of the city now. As you can see, the small boats, they are the water taxis that commute for people who are living in the water village to go to work in the city area here.
This is where the sun is.
We're going to a water village across there, which was the original city centre. We're going on one of these boats.
area was considered
Just been on that boat around the
So
river,
these are where these were originally Malays.
which
So they did come.
took us
and
round
some
the
of them
water
did
village.
come originally from Malaya.
Bit hair raising, but we're back on the bus.
I think it's because some people didn't walk very well.
So next we'll be going to the Royal Regalia where we'll be able to see the crown jewels of His Majesty. You're allowed to bring the picture, your...
Yes, I did.
But if you don't have elections,
No, don't have.
how do you have a parliament?
Well, he's just opened.
Because if the king chooses his government, you don't need to have a parliament to elect the government.
But it's just that where they have the ministries have their meetings and where they meet every
we need
year
this here because
to
I'm not
discuss
taking
about
it.
the plans for...
We've just come in. This is where they keep all the royal jewels and all the regalia. We've just come in.
That's what he writes in.
Well, apparently this is what the King of Brunei, he rides in when he comes anywhere. I don't think he rides in it very often. Because I think he's got 53 cars or something like that.
It's got the stuff.
We won't be passing the international airport. There is one, yeah. But basically there's only 4 airlines that come to Brunei. Singapore, Thai, Philippines, and Brunei itself, Royal Brunei Church. And then one church called the Lady of Assumption.
Roman Catholic.
Yeah, Roman Catholic, basically.
This is the government building in Brunei.
That's the Sharia court, the ones in the religious court.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the High Court. Alright, on the right here.
It's the British High Court.
British, yeah. This is the British High Court. Yeah, the ones that we follow. Yeah. Yeah. Supreme Court. Yeah, Supreme Court. Yeah.
This is the first and only underpass in Brunei that we're going through.
Fish. All Bruneians buy their fish. Followed by here. This is the new mall that was just done last year. It was finished last year. It's a mall combined with the hotel also at the same time. Yes, that's the international airport.
no, is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely Malayan style bungalow.
Yes, yeah, one of those. All government, yeah.
Don't start making. So is the traditional food here very similar to Malay food?
Yes, it is. house. You can't rent it out either. No, you can't. Yes. Not that. We did last time, but it wasn't that serious.
So today we're going to quite an exciting, very exciting actually, journey. And your ship was actually moved forward. So we had to scramble to get all the buttons. Traveling at a height of 4,000. Yes. Okay, I was at the mountain. It's 4,095.25 meters high. See whether we can see it. No, yes we can, but it's blocked, the top one. Okay, you see the tulips. Okay, any questions so far? No questions? And what you are seeing today, you're only touching right at the tip of everything. Our highest visitors is actually from Britain. Who comes here because we're quite well known. Mount Borneo is known in Britain, including Australia. The place, the only state in Malaysia. Malaysia has 13 states. Okay, so we are the only state in Malaysia. Because of the steam train, the train tracks have to be upgraded. That's why you see the gravel around the tracks is new. Because the steam here is already 60 tons. So you cannot what? We did.
Come on,
This is an old train we've got in. It's supposed to be the last train in Borneo. The last steam train.
It's lovely and cute there. Got the door.
wedding. Didn't like the city wedding.
Wasn't too far away.
Just got out of the train now, back into some sort of civilization, but there's a station now.
We've just been on this train. What a rough ride it was.
Sandakan was burnt down by the jet, not injected. Okay, yeah. Because the same stake, it's just at a different time. Who was that person, she wouldn't know. She will ask me the same question. That's the whole village. So what we do to get rid of them fast as possible, we serve them rice wine. So rice wine is the cheapest alcohol in the state. So when you cemetery, you can see mix here, you can mix the process, you see.
We have to give these somewhere.
So going back to the wildlife, the hut is not so curvy. You know why? The male orangutan, human, was here for about 3 months, and he was wearing a baggy short pants. This silly guy did not. This is the fun part of our sanctuary, because the sanctuary is not a zoo. They are not caged up. You are going into their territory. We have 25% more fish. So that's why we are a wildlife destination, an eco destination for a lot of. So here you still can see a bit of colonial style government houses needed to the people of Sabah. So they upgrade the facilities to world class standard. Okay. Buildings is like a Lego building, very colorful. And this is another thing the British left us, the yacht club. Okay. They still have all the same boat here. In fact, Sabah is one of the 5 public beach you can reach. Okay. So just to give you a glimpse of the hotel that we have here, this is the best thing about Malaysia, all our hotels are not charging you in US dollars. They charge you in Malaysian dollars. Okay? I think here is about 300 ringgit plus. That is 100 plus US. They're cheap. Like 60 pounds, I think. We have the world famous Saga group coming in here. And if you do the Saga, you get cheaper still. Okay, because they guarantee the hotels. I also bring a group of tractors. They call themselves Elder Tractors. You heard of that? They are in the 50s and 60s groups. They call themselves Elder. There's a company called Elder Tractor. It's Indian. Yeah, when the British were here, they did not bring Indian. They brought Chinese. In the mainland, they brought more Indian. Here, they brought more Chinese. So that's why you don't see Indian.
In the way.
So this is Sheikh Mosque. We can accommodate 5,000 male worshippers at one time. If you look at the tiles there, those are, for every square inch, 5% is 22 karat gold dust. So they don't need to paint the domes. It's always shining, yeah. So if you know man by the way, so you deal with them. That's how I do it. So I don't have a card, I can give you my email. It's J. So you can see the islands. That's where the first settlement started with the British colonial. So the shuttle will come to the center point. It's the one up front. You see a big building in front there. That's the center point. So ladies are very well protected in our state.
Click.
We're just going to witness the crossing of the equator, and it's what is known as the Kingdom of Neptune, and so the ceremony always takes place whenever any ship crosses the equator line. So this is now what about to see.
You sit in comfortably, then I shall begin. Long ago, in a land far away, there lived a wise king who commanded the seas. He had overwhelming powers and could grant any wish. It is said that those who disobeyed the maritime master would be severely punished. It was rumored that this all-powerful being would board any ship that dared to cross the circle line and subject its crew to the initiation ceremony of the great oceans. If they rejected the ritual, he would charge them a tax of all their priceless jewels and treasures and damn them to an eternal, watery grave. Ancient mariners tell stories of how the sailors could sense his awesome presence long before he arose from the sea. The waters would start to swell and moan, and then strata of opal mist descended from the heavens, a ceaseless cacophony of thunder explosions and strobes of bright white light stretching from horizon to horizon. Then, amidst the mayhem, an imposing figure would appear on deck, silhouetted against the sudden storm, gloriously bedecked with seaweed and radiantly glistening with the ocean's dew. He was closely attended by two mermaids, floating majestically each side of His Holiness, their silvery tails reflecting the early morning light. He wore a splendid gilt crown strewn with the ocean's foliage, and his name was Neptune. Now, our time has come. The great king has honored us with his presence, and we must bow before him and do his bidding. Any mortal who denies his commands will be held solely responsible for sending us on our journey to the indeterminable deepness of the waters, for an endless diet of steamed plankton and seaweed flapjacks, and all our worth and treasures and shoeshine kits will become his. Ladies and gentlemen, King Neptune is here. We now welcome His Right Royal Fishiness, King Neptune himself and his entourage. The king will be followed by his childhood sweetheart, lifelong friend and closest confidant, his glorious wife, Queen Ursula Quintin Butch Walrus Titty David Nixon Arthur Two Sheds Jackson Fatang Ole Biscuit Barrel Wash Bucket III, known to her partner as Quasimodo. tales of the beauty have spread throughout the galaxy, claiming that any sailor who dared look upon her porcelain features choked, sneezed, spontaneously combusted, and simultaneously died of their unrequited love. Gentlemen, look upon her if you dare. Now please raise a glass of saline solution to the royal party.
Shellbacks and pollywogs and all mere mortals of this earthly domain, pray silence in the presence of King Neptune, Lord of oceans deep, seas wide and rivers windy. We'll get there in a minute, the mic's gone. It's always me, I tell you. He who has risen from his throne down in the deepest ocean waters on this, the 13th day of the month of the octopus, to grace us all with sartorial splendor and truly inspirational presence. He has come to initiate all those who have never crossed the equator and also to pass judgment on a selection of hideous criminals we have currently concealed within the ship's brig. After cross-referencing my information from the latest in satellite navigation, data from the Hubble telescope, ancient text written in an extinct language of the order of the Pentium octopus, and checking my horoscope reading in the Sunday Sport, I can safely say that we are ready to begin proceedings. With his entourage, including his mermaids and his loyal pirates, show your respect and appreciation for the mighty fishy one with his beautiful bride, the god of the sea, King Neptune. And now the time is right. Here before the mighty King Neptune, let this procession begin. All those having business with this General Prawn Marshal shall speak now, or forever hold their